Okay, Bill, just wanted to give you a quick little video recap of today, mate, a little before and after. So, just going from down the line view first, the one thing we talked about was your set in your setup was regards to just trying to get your hands a bit closer to your body, right? Try and get your upper arms pinching against your torso a little more, so you can kind of reduce this space in here, right, and just make it a smaller area. Um, and then with regards to, we talked about your takeaway, halfway back, we wouldn't want to change much about all that sort of stuff. Good position to about there, then get it a little across the line, right? And then come down just a little over the top with the shaft, right? So we're coming slightly across the ball, and then by the time we get to impact, we've got to work hard on clearing your body a little bit, right, with the right foot still on the ground. So we want our turns to be a bit more open, well, a lot more open, and also more on your left foot, so that you've got that look of the right heel starting to come off the ground at that point. And then because your turns aren't open enough, um, hands and arms pretty straight through the shot. The one thing that I noticed there is how your right arm's kind of away from your body instead of inward, and to promote your hands moving inward. But all that's going to happen a lot easier once you turn out the way of it, and obviously the shaft coming out a little bit high, right? We want the shaft coming out a little bit lower. So that was kind of your down the line view. So what did we say with regards to we'll show you the face on view in a second with regards to staying centered, but certainly by the time you get up there, what I'm saying is, right, well, as you get up there, try and feel at this point that the club head is more behind your hands there. That's your feeling, right? And you can see just what I'm doing there, just setting the club down a little bit, laying that club head off a little bit, just how easier it would be from that position to start coming down the slot between those two red lines. Whereas here across the line, I like the hand path, right? I like the fact that the hands are going up that line, then coming down slightly over the top of it. I like that. And I also like the fact that you're bending forward. That tells me that your spine's bending forward, right? We just need to shallow that club out a little bit as we start down. So the face on view, if we put some lines here. So what we spoke about was just how you're drifting to the right away from those lines, right? So what we did was, when it was a little lighter, when the sun had actually come up, right? If we put some lines there, and I've got a little noodle next to your ear saying don't move into the noodle, right? Look how much more centered that is. That's awesome. That's a really good backswing, And then just like I showed you with the pros, how they start to create a little bit of space here away from their right pocket, because in actual fact their hips are moving closer to the target as they move up to the top. That's much better, right? That's much better. Okay, so if you can practice that centered turn, and we talked about how that right leg's going to straighten and that left leg's going to flex, right? Feel as though that right hip is moving back behind you. So if you can feel that to stay centered, as well as think about this club head, keeping it kind of behind your hands at the top, that's where we're going to start. That's this package of lessons that you just purchased. We want to get you to that position first to give you a better chance of coming down through the slot, and then give you a better chance of actually getting on your left side and clearing, right? So we talked about how well you moved onto your left leg, but you can see how your head moved to the right, then your head has to move back, and then by the time you get to impact, there's just not enough space there. The pros have got a lot more space there, right? Um, Obviously as well as cleared, right? So all that stuff we're going to work on in future sessions, but just for today, better top of the swing position with the club head more behind your hands and staying centered, right? Just practice that, hit some shots doing that, and practice that before the next lesson as much as you can. And if you have any questions, just shoot me over an email. Thanks, Bill.